Hey guys, and welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to use Tubebuddy and so also how to tag your videos better and to rank higher in search. And now this is actually with the free version of Tubebuddy because I actually don't have Pro nor Legend, but I'm still going to show you with the free version how you can use a lot of tools within Tubebuddy. But first guys, if you want, you can go down on this video in the comment section and click on the first comment that I pinned. This will bring you to my Fiverr, and here you can get a YouTube logo and banner or a modern minimalist YouTube logo and banner for your YouTube channel. But now back to the video. Now if you don't have Tubebuddy yet, in the video up here in the right corner, actually show you how to get, so basically how to download the Tubebuddy extension, and so also how to actually sign in, as you can see here on the official website. That's also a step you have to do. So if you want a complete tutorial on actually how to, as I said, how to get Tubebuddy and also how to sign in with your account, make sure you check out that video. Now as I said here, I'm on the official website of Tubebuddy, but we're not actually going to do a lot here. I rather want to go here in YouTube itself and actually start off with going with the little icon here that you have if you have actually signed in. Once again, as I said, I show you that in a video, but basically when you click here, as you can see, you have to start a license. So basically I don't have any other options, but you still have small things here like messages, some news, milestones. Nothing really too important here. We're gonna go over the keyword explorer a bit later though. As you can see, if you go down here, you have a couple of smaller options here. Same, we'll also talk about Videolytics later. But now for the moment, I'm actually gonna go up here. I'm going to show you the quick links. Also some general things. This will take you to your dashboard, your videos, playlists, comments, analytics. This also could be really nice if you want to go immediately to your analytics. You also have some of the extension tools, like as I said, the keyword explorer that we're going to go over, and also the SEO studio. But that unfortunately is for Pro, but that doesn't really matter that much. And same for the rest, some smaller settings here. Okay, so as I said, I actually wanted to show you the videolytics of one of my videos. So as you can see here, I have an OBS tutorial on recording settings I uploaded about 2 weeks ago that did pretty well. And basically you have some brief summaries, like for example, the amount of views, comments, likes, the SEO score. Right here, as you can see, I have 100. I'll explain that. Now, by the way, in case you don't know what SEO stands for, search engine optimization. So it basically means the process for you in order to get, in this case, your videos, a higher ranking within YouTube. So from titles to tags. But as I said, I'll go a bit more in detail about that. Here you can see my channel in general, so my total views, subscribers. Now here, these best practices, some are important to look at, some not that important. As you can see here, high resolution thumbnails. Of course, obviously always advised to use high resolution thumbnails. Info cards and end screens. I do advise you to do them because you can actually get views through end screens as well, and also through info cards. As I did at the beginning of this video, I did an info card that will actually redirect you to one of my videos that in this case shows you how to get Tubebuddy. Now in this case of this video, it's actually, as you can see up here, I have two, so how to download OBS and how to make your voice better within OBS. Redirect you to in this video. So at first I say that like here, if you want to download, if you don't have OBS yet, I'll show you how to download and install OBS. That's just in case, because some people might already have it, but those people who don't have it, and as I said, can go to that video and actually watch it. Same for end screens towards the end here. As you can see right here, if I'm in the last, I do it between like the last 5 to 15 seconds, depends. Some prefer to do it shorter because then it's more like you only have 5 seconds to see what that video is, and people might be curious about that. Doesn't always work, but you could try that out for yourself. I prefer to have it a bit longer, like 10 to 15 seconds on screen. As you can see, I like to put a video here that is kind of in the same vein. Like for example, here's how to fix encoding overload specifically, and this just shows my most recent upload, which in this case is how to set up voice meter 2025. And thus those are end screens, and as I said, once again, that also helps with you getting more views if people finished your video and like, oh, it's really interesting to watch this video now or that video. Because in the past I didn't really use info cards and end screens. Nowadays I do, and I can tell you, you can get some views through that, so I can definitely advise you to use that as well. Here, although it's going to be some that don't matter that much, like the comment pinned, I do actually advise that one, but I mean liked on YouTube, captions added, it's commented hard. They are not the most important ones, you know. It's always nice, of course, to heart some comments, why not, you know, to actually show you that you interact with the people who go to your channel. So they are pretty important, but they aren't the most important ones. And also chapters, I actually added chapters within this video, as you can see, but I will get more into detail on that later because they actually will play a role as well on your SEO, so actually help you rank your videos through chapters. Now here, of course, what most importantly, you might have guessed this here, are the tags. I always try to do the tags surrounding the title, but also what, of course, the video is about in general. So of course I accentuate the fact that it's OBS 31, who just came out, which is pretty recent, so I make sure that I accentuated a bit on that. I also like to put, which I do quite often, is put the year behind it. Well, now we are in 2025, but here, as you can see, I did it for 2024 because that will help you actually rank more. Because sometimes if I only did best OBS recording settings or how to set up OBS, it will be harder for me to rank because there are going to be some bigger YouTubers with bigger videos with more views where I would actually have a hard time in ranking there. So that's why I like to use tags like these. I'm also going to show you later on, Tubebuddy actually shows you which place those tags rank. It's also very useful information. Now, as I said, if you go here, you can see tags in titles and description. So this is the SEO. So that's also very important. As you can see here, we have some tags in the title title here, so that talk about the general thing where this video is about. And also I always like to do a description, a small description in my description basically. So a small recap of what the videos is about. And I do also formulate sentences that have some tags in it, you know, like for example here, the best video only show you the best recording settings 2024. Put in some keywords here in my description as well. Actual sentences and words in the description are also picked up when you search it on YouTube or Google as an external. Also show you that afterwards. So as you can see here as well, all of that would also be part of the how to set up OBS 2024. You know, I just basically, I work around some tags and I put it in the description. So I said, there we go. The second one, tags and titles, same. Total tag characters. You have 500 characters to work with. I always make sure I maximize them most as I can. It's not going to be always 500 exactly, but I always want to be as close to 500 as possible because you always want to maximize the amount of tags. Some people nowadays have been saying that tags don't matter as much. Some YouTube tutorials will say that. I don't believe that's true. I definitely would say that tags are still important. So don't just put 2 or 3 tags that are very general, that don't make you rank at all. Make sure that you maximize the tags and that they have something in common with your video, because that's also what you have to think. What are people going to search for in YouTube, and put it as a keyword as well. I can also actually redirect you to something called rabbit tags here. Just type rabbit tags, go to the first site right here. I can actually use tag generator, and here you will actually be able to type, for example, like your title, or just, for example, how to set up OBS, and it's going to work around that. As you can see here, if I paste it, how to set up OBS, as you can see, it will help you with some tags. Of course, here it might always not be up to date. So if you do, for example, set up OBS, you're going to do 2025 here, for example. So it's of course not perfect, but the generator can help you in order to get some tags that surround the basic idea here of where your video is about. So it can help. And then if I'm, for example, in my YouTube studio here, and I go down to the same video here in details, and I go down here actually to the tags, and there you go. So this is what I talked about earlier. This will actually show you what number, so where this video ranks in the search with those tags. And as you can see, more specific tags do very well. As you can see, I only have to type OBS 31.00, it gets the second place. Some here are first, as you can see in search. Some more general tags that are used by more YouTubers. Now, for example, this ranks 24th, so that's not that good. Same with these are more general, as you can see, and don't rank that well. But the ones that are more specific, like for how to set up OBS 31.00 or with the 24 behind it, specifically focusing on the latest OBS version here and the year as well, as I said, plays a big role. If I had only typed best OBS recording settings here without the 2024 in this case, it would have ranked way lower because there's going to be way more competition in that tag. And so that's why, in my case, because I make these kind of tutorials, I often use the year behind the video to help me rank in more specific niches and for people who search a more recent tutorial video on the matter. For example, now I'm going to do 2025 so that people have the latest 2025 tutorials. But as I said, that's for me, that's because I make tutorial videos. But whatever you are doing, what I can also advise, some keywords are good for niches. So even though the keywords, as I said, are pretty specific, it's going to be pretty good because the niche is going to be very specific to what you're doing. So for example, even if you're doing a gaming video, you can also mention, for example, the name of the quests in the description or the name of a certain mission. You don't even have to use this as a tag, but you can also do it in the description of your video. As I said, that's also picked up by the SEO, and it will actually also rank if you use keywords in your description. Because as I said, the more niche you do it, the less competition there will be. And do something as general as OBS. As you can see, it doesn't even show me a number here. That's how buried it is under the other videos, because it just didn't rank at all. And that's because OBS is typed so many times and there's so many videos about OBS. That tag is oversaturated, but to the point that even it's too low in the ranks so that even Tubebuddy doesn't show me it. And so that's also what I mean. Don't put too general tags in your videos, because trust me, you're not going to rank at all in the YouTube search. Now, while I'm here, if I go all the way to the top again, I already talked about how to use the keywords in the title and the description here, which I always advise you to do. Just a small description and a recap of what you do in that video. I also have the chapters here. Now, why this is important is because they also appear in the description and also in search. When you, for example, in Google specifically, if people search, for example, how to auto scene and source in OBS or how to auto gain capture in OBS, my video can actually pop up because, as I said, this is considered a tag and it's actually a word. So if people type this, even though it's not in the title, nor in the description, nor any of my tags, this video can still appear because I mentioned it here in one of my chapters. So that is very important, and I definitely advise you to use chapters as well. And once again, I know not all of you are making tutorial videos, but even for gaming, you can actually use, or vlogs, you can actually add certain chapters that might reference and actually help you be able to be found in search with those chapters. Same here for example, OBS voice filters, you know? You can actually also do that within Tubebuddy. As you can see, we have the same options a bit as we saw earlier. You can also do the cards and end screens and do that in a bulk. So basically bulk means that you send it to multiple videos at once, so that you don't have to do video per video. You can actually do a copy and paste and send them to multiple videos at the same time. This makes you win a lot of time. Sometimes you might want an other end screen or an other video on a different video. So it isn't always, it can help, but not always the case. So you can use actually the chapter editor here if you have Pro. But it doesn't really matter because it comes down to the same principle here. It's you have to go through your video and actually find different points where the new chapter, if you will, starts. You can also do this while you're doing editing, so the video editing of your video, but all of that is really up to you. As I said, as long as you try to really implement those chapters, because once again, they do help with your video getting found. And also very important, if you're gonna go for those chapters, if you go down here, never, but I mean never select allow automatic chapters and key moments. Do it yourself. Don't let YouTube just put them automatically, because it's done in a pretty bad way. Most often it's pretty off, so make sure this is unchecked if you're planning to do your chapters yourself. And by the way, for the chapter layout, it's not really difficult. Just make sure you always start with 0, 0, 0 here with the little 2 dots in between, and then every time, like I did here basically, you put the time and then afterwards a space here, and then you put the title of the chapter. So the layout here is very easy. Just do it like I do. You don't even have to add these here. That's what I did. Put this right here. So this is optional. This is what I did. But do make sure that the time does look like this. The 0, 2 dots, and then 0, 0, and then replace those zeros later on with different numbers here, as you can see. But do always start your video by 0, 0, 0, and then, for example, you can call it intro, but that's up to you. So if I actually go to YouTube itself and actually go to the actual search in YouTube and type, for example, the best OBS 31.0 recording settings here. As you can see, I appear here. Now, because I'm logged in, the video actually ranks a bit higher. I don't know why. YouTube shows it, but I also show you in incognito mode afterwards when I'm logged out, where the video actually ranks. As you can see here, if you actually did a search here, it will actually search some related searches here and also some column video tags. So tags that are really surrounding what you just searched up and are very commonly used. And so that you also does get inspiration from for if you're, for example, tagging a certain video. But if, for example, I go to a different video like this one right here, as you can see here from the channel Slurp Tag, he also made a video on the best OBS settings, and as you can see, same for him here, channel summary, best practices, and also have the tags that he used in his video, as you can see. So of course this applies to all videos, as I said, on YouTube that you search for. Now, if I, for example, as I said, do the same right here and actually go into the YouTube incognito mode, as you can see, now I'm in incognito and actually so signed out and basically in private mode. So if I paste the same tag here, as you can see, in my case I was wrong. So generally speaking here, when you are in the incognito mode and you actually search for a video, it shows you your true ranking of the video, because as I said, for some reason when you're logged in, sometimes YouTube shows your video a bit higher up than it actually is. So that's why I like to go into incognito mode and signed out to make sure which ranking my actual video is for the other people, how they see it and which ranking it is. So if I do, for example, best OBS 31 recording settings here, as you can see, I have to go down a bit more here, and here's my video then. As you can see right here in search. So this is also something you can do. Try to find your own video in incognito mode when you're signed out to actually see where your video ranks. This is definitely a nice little tip I can give you, that you can actually keep a look out on your video where it ranks approximately. I actually wanted to show you a different video now that I actually made in terms of ranking. So if I do how to get, because that's also a video that I have. As you can see, I pretty much don't rank at all here. There's some different font related videos of about Roblox, but not my tutorial. But if I actually put this right here in Google, as you can see, my video is right here. Also, if you go to images, same, this is my video right here. As you can see, and also in the videos itself, it ranks third here. Now, if I, for example, do how to download, because that's also a tag that's in my title, I'm first, as you can see here. Same images, I'm first. And so when I go here, actually to all, if I just type this, you can see my videos even suggested and even added like some kind of chapter, but Google does that itself to a point where I actually show you where it's happening, where I actually show you the process specifically here of how to download the font. As you can see, and it will rank first, even above the other videos that are right here. It's just being put to the front here. And as you can see right here, this is also a nice, interesting little thing that does, because basically Google also picks up, and thus also YouTube, on the words, the sentences you say. So for example, this is exactly what I'm saying in the video. These sentences are mine. This is what I'm saying. And as you can see, it picked up on the fact that I said download and then the font here. So it is taking out, it's picking up also some words that I actually said right here that will actually show up as well in the search. So that's maybe something you didn't realize, but the words, the actual sentences, the things that you're saying are basically transcribed. So basically word for word are shown in Google and actually pick out the keywords what people could be searching for. There's a small little detail, but a very important one as well. So that's why just me by mentioning the fact that I'm actually going to talk about what I'm actually doing in the video. So to them to show how to download the Roblox font, for example, and this kind of things. And the sentences are actually also shown here. That's very important. And if you actually go to the analytics of this video, you can see that video is right here. I'm actually going to go to the analytics of this video. As you can see, 100% of the views from the last 48 hours. As you can see, I got 14 views in the last 48 hours, and they're all from external. Now, external means actually any web browsers. So any search engines, more specifically, like for example, in this case, Google. I can actually show you that if I go to reach here. Here, once again, you can see that most of my views, so these are the total views that I've had, came from external. So once again, which is what I just saw here, incognito, which is in Google. And so when I actually scroll down here, as you can see, external sites or apps. So external, once again, meaning Google search here in this case. If I go to see more, we can see that specifically 763 views of the 909 that are shown here came from the Google search. So once again, if I go back here, right here, this in Google search, so not YouTube itself, but Google search, which shows that for certain videos, we not even have to count YouTube search alone. We can also count sometimes on the external searches, like for example, Google search, for something niche, like for example, how to actually get the Roblox font, because I don't really see any other YouTubers talk about it. So my video just came in first automatically pretty much because it was pretty niche. And so that's why I also ranked first on Google, which gave me way more views YouTube, as you can see, which only gave me like 21 views, which is probably at the beginning. And then my video started to go down in YouTube search because it was oversaturated by other videos that had the font and the word Roblox in the title. But fortunately, of course, as I said, the Google search actually picked up the video, and it's actually where it ranked once again, as we saw earlier. And so these are also things that you'll be able to see in Tubebuddy. And so what I can definitely advise you is also look at the external views. They are very important. You can also see you have Brave here. Brave here is another search engine. Now, sometimes I also see things like the Go, Bing, of course. There are a lot of different search engines in your web browser, but they do play a big role, as I said. So yes, the YouTube views are going to be important, and your videos can get views on YouTube. But if you do things well and you tag your videos well with the title and the description, as I showed you earlier, there's definitely also a big chance if you do it well, to also rank in the search of, for example, Google, Bing, and the other search engines really. Now here briefly, I did want to show you, if you go, for example, to one of the tags here, you can close this. This is going to be the Keyword Explorer. See this right here, and you can also see what's trending. So if you want to do a video that has to do with some recent trending topics, you can actually make a video about that. You will know what's trending at the moment. Now, normally you would also be able to see some graphs here of how strong the tag is. Unfortunately, we don't have that. Cloud Pro, that is one feature I have to admit that I would have liked to have, but it doesn't come with the free version, unfortunately. But it's always nice to keep in mind the Keyword Explorer if, for example, you're planning on going pro at some point or using the trial. It could be nice because you have some features like that who can be pretty important. But as I said, we can definitely figure it out without those settings with the free version. Anyways, guys, so I wanted to show you how to use Tubebuddy. Now, this video is also more specifically towards how to rank your videos with Tubebuddy, and of course also how to grow your YouTube channel with Tubebuddy, focusing on how you can get higher in the rankings. And as you saw in this video, I did it with the free version of Tubebuddy. I don't have Pro, I don't have Legend. I just used the free version, but that free version does already have some features that's very helpful to us. And that's honestly what I do to my videos. And in the past, it has worked quite often pretty well. But if you have some questions, leave them down below. In any case, hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, would be really nice. Subscribe would also be really nice. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.